Hi everyone, so we are here today to do a repair on the microwave. This has been a long awaited repair for me because I had actually ordered this part on eBay and the seller never sent it. It takes about 2 weeks to resolve a issue like that and get your money back. So I got it reordered, and in the meantime my kitchen's been a little extra messy because we had to pull out a backup countertop microwave that we had in one of our rental houses when we bought it, and we used it in our camper, and we just have always kept it for a backup. So we've been managing and getting by. This microwave is a GE, and it is from, I believe, 2006. Yep. So there's a sticker inside of your door that says when it's made. And whether or not you want to repair your microwave, you need to decide for the age of it or its efficiency if it's worth it for you to even try to fix it. Because some people, like one guy on eBay, replaced this control panel on his and it didn't fix his problem. So you're taking a risk in that because you're not going to be able to return it, and chances are you're not going to be able to sell it for full price if it doesn't work out for you. Now you can get another matched any appliance used on like Craigslist and take the part out of it that's good that you need for yours, so that you don't have to take the whole thing out and swap it. I actually had 3 of these within the last 2 months for sale locally within a 15-20 minute drive from me, and people don't email me back or call, which just drives me nuts. If you're going to sell something, call people back. Even if it's sold, take the ad off. So I finally got my part. There's my rant for Craigslist. And this is the control board. There's lots of different little units, and because there's so many small micro units on here, I am not an expert at soldering in any way, so it was better for me to just go ahead and order this. And it was about, they were ranged $80 to $100. So there is a small Phillips head screw right here in 2 different spots, and if you have a different brand microwave it may be differently. I've already taken mine out and I put them up on top while I was waiting so that they wouldn't get lost. And this just slides out. There's a couple of tabs up here, and those can get caught up for you, so be careful with those. And if you have a glass top stove, I recommend putting a couple of towels or a moving blanket on top of your stove to protect it. There is another Phillips head screw that I took out here, and it's holding this grill in place right here on the front. So the screw is here. So I've taken that out. Now on your control panel, you're supposed to be able to slide up and pull it out. Now there are several different wires connecting it. I've already disconnected my ground wire. So I'm going to bring you a little closer so that you can see what is happening here. So these wiring harnesses can only go back in the same spot that they were. Each is a different set or number of pins. So you just remove those. And most of them do come off pretty easy. The tricky part with any of it is when you're removing this panel. Because you have to take this ribbon off, and there is a small white connector on it, and you lift up and that unlocks it, and that doesn't actually remove it. This is just a ribbon tape, and that's going to go into your new control board, so you want to be very careful with that. Some people would even want to or suggest to wear gloves during an operation like this. Now this is held in place with just a couple of Phillips head screws. So we've got one here here and 2 up at the top. So we're going to go ahead and take those out. Now, most companies, like when I fixed our dishwasher, I replaced the heater element. Whirlpool basically said that voided my warranty and tough luck. That repair went fine. A few weeks later, I realized that the heating element was melting inside of the plastic tub. So, yeah, we're deciding we're done with Whirlpool now too. So, we are looking at a new dishwasher here in the next bit, and I think it's going to be a GE because I have to get this bisque color or cream. So that takes that out. Now some people will take these and rebuild them, and you can see on this, if my camera will pick it up, I've got some discoloring right here where it's a little darker. I had a big order of 300 jars of honey, and I had forgot to turn my vent on for part of it. The honey had solidified and I had to dissolve them and then rebottle them. What happened is that steam went up into here and shorted it out, and it just kept beeping error. Also, make sure your unit does not have power. I previously unplugged this unit and it's been unplugged for 2 months. So you definitely want to be careful of that. So if you're doing something with a lot of steam, make sure that you take the time to turn your vent on. So you're going to make sure that you're lined up and that you're going back to the same spot there. And this just sets right on top. Find all my little screw holes. And now we are just doing everything in reverse order. Put your screws back in. Today we have Trey observing through the viewfinder and being my little pet, watching this repair done. And this is a good thing to show your family or your children about running a home, because like my daughter, who is 24, does not know how to fix anything. And her latest attempt at fixing something ended up in further damage, and they ended up having to buy a new washing machine, where maybe she should have called Mom, who, as you know, I have several videos on fixing washing machines. Okay, so I'm going to put this ribbon back in place here. It was pushed down and closed, so you want to make sure that that's open first. Make sure it's engaged all the way, and then set it in. Now, I've got my screw for my ground wire, and this is where the ground wire went. I'm going to wire up my harnesses here first. Now, I think I have more space if I do this first. So I'm going to use my coffee pot here to help me out a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to hook up our wire harnesses again. And you can see here the size of the connector where each one is going to go. And this is kind of short, so you're going to have to kind of put this in place to get them plugged in. Real careful, you want to make sure you're not pinching your ground wire or anything else. And remember that it is start in the up position and then slide it down. I don't know how much of that you saw, so we've got all the cords reconnected. And remember, when you put this on, that you need to be careful to not pinch your ground wire, that you start in the up position and push down. You want to put your wire grate back in place. And it seems to me this wire grate goes between the plastics and the metal of the microwave. Got some hey-heys going on. Hey everyone, so I just wanted to show you, once I plugged it in, I have power. You can see that by the light. I can hit my buttons. I've reset my clock already. And my microwave is going. So for $80-something for the new part, we're all set. So we'll see you next time, everybody, and thanks for watching our channel. Bye-bye.